While trading in the stock market, very often we come across terms like futures and options. Any idea what they are? In this module, you will enhance your understanding of options and other commonly used terms associated with options. Futures and options are types of derivatives. Before we proceed, let us first understand the term derivatives. A derivative is a financial instrument which derives its value from an underlying asset. Let us break down the definition into something which is more understandable. In the stock market parlance, financial instruments are assets that can be traded. Some examples are shares, debentures, bonds, etc. The next part of the definition is that a derivative derives its value from an underlying asset. To understand this better, suppose a product A comprises three components X, Y, and Z. If the price of the components X, Y, or Z increases, then, other factors being normal, the price of product A will increase. Likewise, if the price of the components reduces, then the price of product A will also reduce. This effectively means that product A derives its value from the underlying assets, that is, the value of X, Y, and Z. Here are some examples of derivatives: stock derivatives, index derivatives, commodity derivatives, currency derivatives, and interest rate derivatives. People get into the derivatives contract for two reasons. First is speculation and the second is hedging. Speculation implies the intention to make profit. Hedging implies the intention to minimize losses. There are four types of derivatives: forwards, futures, options, and swaps. Forwards and swaps are not traded on the stock exchange and are over-the-counter trades. Futures and options are traded on the stock exchange. We will now proceed to understand options. As seen earlier, options are a form of derivative. It is a contract which allows an investor to buy or sell an underlying instrument like a stock or index at a predetermined price over a certain period of time, and for that, a premium is paid by the buyer to the seller. Each option has these main features. There is a buyer and a seller. Contract. It is a contract where the buyer and seller can exercise their right to buy or sell but are not obligated to do so. Premium. This is the upfront payment made by the buyer to the seller to enjoy the privileges of an option contract. Strike or exercise price. This is a pre-decided price at which the asset can be bought or sold. Expiration date. This is the future date on or before which the options contract can be executed. Options contracts typically have three different durations you can pick from: near month, middle month, and far month. Lot size. Options can only be traded in lot sizes which may depend on the underlying stock. Let us now understand the types of options. There are two types of options. Call option. This type gives the holder the right but not the obligation to buy shares of stock at an agreed upon price on or before a particular date. Put option. This type gives the holder the right but not the obligation to sell shares of stock at an agreed upon price on or before a particular date. So, now that we are familiar with the basic parameters, let's now go through examples to understand how the options will play out in some scenarios. To start, we will look at situations where we made money using the options. You are the call option holder and the strike price of this call option is 100 Indian rupees and it expires in 30 days. Owning this call option will allow you to purchase the stock at 100 Indian rupees anytime during the next 30 days, no matter where the stock goes. So, if the stock goes up to 135 Indian rupees within the next 30 days, then fortunately for you, owning a call option allows you to buy stock at 100, even though the stock is currently trading at 135. Now instead of a call, let's say you bought a put option with a strike price of 100 Indian rupees that expires in 30 days. This will allow you to sell the stock at 100 Indian rupees anytime during the next 30 days, no matter where the stock goes. Let's say the stock tanks down to 75 Indian rupees per share. Well, you own a put option that gives you the right to sell stock at 100 Indian rupees, even though the stock price is 75 Indian rupees. So, you have a much better sell price than if you were to just sell stock at the current market value. This helps you in hedging your losses. Very good. So, you may be wondering what happens if it doesn't go your way in either situation. Good question. And we will come to that situation and more in the next module. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. To know more, write to us at contact@iletsolutions.com. Additionally, you may visit our website at www.iletsolutions.com. iLet Solutions. Transforming learning.